Today in this video we're going to be reacting to poor versus privileged YouTubers. Hello you guys, welcome, it's SuperMarvelSpider-Man, we'll be back with another video. And today we're going to be reacting to poor versus privileged YouTubers. Now you guys are probably wondering, I've already reacted to this video, but I'm going to be remaking some of the videos that I made last year. I'm going to be remaking them, making them even better. But yeah, you guys like to share, subscribe, and smack that button. Smack that button. Don't smack it. Do not smack it too hard. I do not want the phone to break, guys. Or wherever you're watching. But anyways, guys.
YouTube has changed countless lives, but in some cases, it was just a rich kid's hobby paying off. So we'll be comparing YouTubers who started at the bottom to those who grew up with financial.
Okay, I just noticed something about the thumbnail. I don't know what I don't get why the female's on that side and the men is on the poor side. I'm just gonna ignore it, but okay. I'm gonna ignore it.
Starting with Mr. Beast. With over 390 million subscribers, YouTube's golden boy has accumulated an estimated net worth of $1 billion. But did he come from a rich family who supported his ideas? Well, the answer may surprise you. Mr. Beast was born in Wichita, Kansas, and grew up in Greenville, North Carolina, where his parents often changed homes. His mother served in the military for 21 years and worked long hours, often requiring help with raising him and his siblings. Then he went to a private evangelical school and graduated in 2016. He briefly enrolled in East Carolina University, but dropped out to pursue YouTube full-time soon after.
At the time I'm recording this video, I have 8,000 subscribers and 1.8 million views. So whenever you see this, compare these numbers to whatever I have when you watch them.
A decision his mother strongly disapproved of, even forcing him to leave the house.
Graduated high school, and my mom was like, either move out or go to community college. That was the worst thing ever. Like, that made me hate life. Like, I just can't stand, like, having to just sit there and listen to this dumb stuff.
He came from a lower middle to middle class upbringing with limited support and a high degree of self-made success. His parents split up in 2007 when Donaldson was 8, and he no longer has any contact with his father. Even though his future looked bleak right after he dropped out of college, little Jimmy knew he was destined for greatness. Instead of devoting his time to his studies, he unhealthily obsessed with studying virality.
I ain't gonna lie, but the young Jimmy, damn. I'm already used to that Jimmy now.
The YouTube algorithm, and would sit in my computer all day just studying shit non-stop with other YouTubers. And his gamble paid off. He went from making low-quality Minecraft Let's Plays
Just happened. What?
To now helping
to low-quality challenge videos like counting to 100,000. It was just outrageous enough to farm millions of views. Eventually, Mr. Beast's popularity began to skyrocket, especially when he started featuring his friends in his videos. Jimmy came a long way.
Every single time someone watches this video, it helps feed someone in need. And since we get a lot of views, I brought a lot of people.
And now he's one of the most recognizable people on the planet. Mr. Beast's growth may be a fairy tale come true, but people like Dixie D'Amelio got famous just cause they were born rich. Prior to becoming a star, Dixie D'Amelio lived in a mansion house in Norwalk, Connecticut.
A lot of people said they were only famous because they were pretty. Because their face card. Right. Okay.
Father, Mark D'Amelio, is a successful businessman and ex-politician who established his own clothing brands. He accumulated a decent-sized following and turned his love for clothes into an empire worth millions before his kids were even famous. While her mother was a former model and personal trainer who ended up getting picked for season 31 of Dancing with the Stars. Instead of worrying about making money, Dixie and her baby sister Charlie spent their days making videos on TikTok.
Baby sister, damn. Damn, baby sister, damn. Bro, I had to say baby, damn.
Eventually, the D'Amelio family shifted into a $5.5 million mansion in Los Angeles in 2020 during the peak of their popularity on the internet. The property itself features 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, in addition to soaring 13-foot ceilings and an open-plan layout, along with a step-down living room featuring, it's got a home theater, an in-house bar, and even an elevator.
Guys, maybe next week or maybe this week we might do part 2 to react to YouTubers' houses. We're gonna do part 2. Trust me guys, we're gonna do part 2.
since she could afford it because her TikTok account has over 55 million followers and she's worth over $14 million. Although Dixie never needed the fame and money that came her way, Jadion was a man who was dead set on making it. Based on his subscriber...
Bro, when are you gonna make a new video, Jadion, on your other channel where you catch EDPs, mate? You're taking forever, fam. It's been like 1 month. Hold on, let me check if you ever made a new video, because you have not made any new videos, mate. I've been wanting to react to your new video, and you have not came out with one. Come on, let's see what you... Oh, yeah, Jadion already done something new. Right. Alright, so I think the video is called Predator had a Caesar after I exposed him. Damn. Guys, we're gonna go back to reacting to Jadion's videos. Right. Yeah. Right. Finally, he came back with a new video.
His merchandise sales and brand deals, his net worth is estimated to be around $1 million. He's one of the most well-recognized streamers on Twitch, with a plethora of controversies surrounding him. He spent his formative years playing high school football and selling counterfeit snacks.
YouTube, so shit.
I swear, but when Jadion was doing pranks back then, it was just...
Call my mom.
But after getting suspended from school for it, he switched gears and became a full-time YouTuber instead. Things weren't easy for him while he was growing up. With barely anyone there to support him, Jadion stayed true to his hustle.
And I went to go tell my dad. I was like, Dad, I got 5,000 views on this video. And he was like, you making any money yet? Because I've been trying to do YouTube since I was like 12. And he would always be like, hey, you know you're not going to make no money off that. But he would always buy whatever I needed.
It took 3 years for his channel to truly take off, and he even started working for Uber for a while. But by early 2022, he was sitting at 4 million subs. Eventually, Jadion started experimenting with his content and deleted all of his videos, as he went through a born-again Christian phase and abandoned his main channel.
Truly give my all, like how I did for YouTube, and to serving Jesus Christ and to helping you guys find him.
Because he thinks that God will not approve of his old content in the past.
The best way I possibly can. Although this is gonna be my last video on this channel, I will be making a new channel. It's called Gideon.
Before making his comeback with a new series called EDP Watch. His channel is...
I swear, this guy's just doing work. You're just doing the work, mate. I swear this guy's assembling a few Avengers, real life Avengers.
now devoted to catching predators.
And do you know what's the funny part? When he dressed up as a cupcake when he met EDP4.5.
Before making his comeback with a new series
The way I cannot stand when Jadion's just wearing the cupcake suit. That was just funny, fam.
called EDP Watch. His channel is now devoted to catching predators. And making friends with prominent KKK members, and continues to improve in order to amass a fortune for himself. In Jadion's case, doing anything for clout might have been a necessity to survive, but all people like Olivia Jade had to worry about was staying away from any drama. With nearly 2 million subscribers on YouTube, just from posting vlog updates, makeup tutorials, and giving out fashion advice, Olivia Jade became the poster child for Nepo babies online, especially after her parents were exposed in a huge scandal, which we'll get into in a bit. Olivia's parents are estimated to be worth $80 million together, and they both love spoiling their daughters. It's clear Olivia was born into a super privileged household. Her parents even bought a lavish estate that was worth over $35 million. This 6-bedroom, 9-bathroom, 12,000 square foot mansion has a huge double-gated driveway, 2 5-car garage spaces, and several wings. It's even got a bar and a pool. Massimo Giannulli, the fashion designer, earned his fortune by establishing the Massimo clothing firm in 1986. Eventually, he even made a $27.8 million deal with Target, offering them exclusive rights to sell his merch. As for Olivia's mom, Lori Loughlin, who acted in several movies, she gave Olivia and her sister everything they ever needed. It was all good for Olivia until one little mistake costed the entire family their reputation. They were so privileged that Olivia's parents, Lori and Massimo, paid $500,000 in bribes to get daughters into US USC. Both of her parents wound up serving prison time for their crimes. Olivia lost all of her brand deals and sponsorships, and all the respect she'd garnered online for being unapologetically rich. When the social life of a rich and beautiful socialite nepo baby isn't good enough, so you have to cheat someone out of a spot in a university. And Olivia's immature response to the drama of flipping
Alright, the thing when you get too rich, yeah, you just don't know what you wanna. You just don't know what to get. You just don't know what to get. Like, you're too rich.
Off only made things worse. Being born rich may be an excellent get-rich-quick strategy, but Bella Poarch had nothing, and yet she still took over the world. With over 7.1 million subscribers, she's worth over $3 million. It's not surprising since she's also one of the highest-paid influencers on TikTok. She got famous so quick that people started wondering whether she was actually just another industry plant. Her ultra-high quality and big-budget music videos did not come cheap. So what was her life growing up? Before the fame, she was just an innocent child with a Philippine upbringing who was ready to get as far away from home as she could to escape her abusive parents. Bella was actually raised by her devoted grandmother, but by the time she was 3, Bella had been adopted by another family in the US, and her life suddenly changed. She was brought to an American farm that belonged to her animal-loving stepfather, who was never particularly fond of Bella herself.
I grew up with parents that showed me fake love whenever they're in front of other people, like if I was like with a relative or with their friends.
There were goats, sheep, and cows, and more than 20 dogs and cats in the farm, but Bella did field work instead of homework and never had any time to play. Her days started as early as 3 or 4 a.m., in which she'd partake in back-breaking work.
In the Philippines, school starts at like 6:30.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I have to be able to finish all the chores. So I'd be sweeping the yard, like picking up dog shit.
Tons of dog shit.
Yeah, I'd be cleaning up cat house because we had a cat house. And I'd be sweeping goat poop. Yeah, and I have to clean up real good. Because if I don't, then my stepdad would get mad at me and he'd be like, oh, you're not eating breakfast if you don't get this done.
Not being able
Nah, I don't know if the stepdad is probably stupid or he probably had someone did this to him when he was little, but not giving anything to Bella. Right, okay, the stepfather is stupid.
to do a flawless job resulted in stern punishments for her, such as being denied breakfast or getting physically abused by her stepdad. Both Bella and her brother went through the same kinds of abuse. They received the worst tasks and tattered second-hand clothing, which led them to getting bullied at home and at school.
That's also why I got bullied in school, because I would go to school with like holes in my shoes and like
people make fun of you because you're getting treated like shit at home.
Yeah. And one time I got so embarrassed because my stepdad decided that my brother and I shouldn't be showering before we go to school. We should shower at night. So cleaning up like poop and shit like that, of course I'm gonna like smell, but I asked him like, can we shower in the morning instead? And he's like, no, do your work, eat breakfast, go to school.
She came to America when she was just 14 years old, and yet she was never allowed to leave the farm or live a normal life. But despite everything, Bella found joy through making music and immersing herself in the world of anime. And her transition from creating quirky TikTok videos to music on YouTube was surprisingly very strategic. Bella built a loyal following in just a couple of years, and it was her own grit and resolve that brought her where she is today. And while Bella's fame is a result of overcoming her misfortunes, Kylie Jenner's fame came from enjoying the benefits of her inherited fortune. The youngest member of the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty has a massive digital presence with over 12 million subscribers on her official YouTube channel. Her net worth is estimated to exceed $700 million, solidifying her status not only as a celebrity, but as one of the wealthiest.
A lot of people are gonna say I'm a Kardashian fan. I'm not. America's women billionaires.
Self-made billionaires in America, according to Forbes. But what makes Kylie so successful online? Is it her marketing skills, or was she born to win? Little Kylie grew up with cameras following her every move since she was only 10 years old, because she was on the hit reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which gave her an early and massive advantage to work with. Her mom, Kris Jenner, is also a business genius who managed Kylie's career. But where did all of this money come from? Kylie Jenner grew up in a multi-million-dollar Calabasas mansion, the same one that was featured on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The mansion is proof of the Kardashians' long history of wealth. Kylie also went to pricey elite schools like Sierra Canyon, where parents like hers would pay around $30,000 per month just to get their kids through kindergarten. Kylie's father, Caitlyn Mary Jenner, is a retired Olympic gold medalist, well known for setting a world record in the decathlon at the 1976 Summer Olympics and being the most prominent transgender woman in the world. In 2023, her net worth was estimated at approximately $25 million. Through the fame that came up with publicly transitioning on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Caitlyn became partly responsible for most of the attention Kylie got early on from their global audience. Naturally, Kylie was a little uneasy about the entire situation at first, since she was one of the people Caitlyn was really worried about understanding, but she came around eventually. It will be a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning, but I think we're both ready. Basically, Kylie's parents are responsible for every bit of fame that came her way. After the reality show's debut, the family's economic status and notoriety skyrocketed. Kylie had bodyguards and received expensive presents like a Range Rover when she was just 16.
A Range Rover when she was 16? What the fuck? She got a Range Rover at 16? What the flip? I need to get my first car ASAP. I need to get my first car ASAP.
She also went on lavish trips almost regularly, unlike many who start.
Drake. I don't know what's your obsession. Mate, bro. You gotta chill, mate. You gotta chill, mate.
From scratch, Kylie was handed everything right from the beginning, and she reached millions overnight thanks to her momager Kris Jenner. Kylie always lived in a world full of riches. She flew in private jets and grew up on the red carpet. With all of this power and money behind her, Kylie turned herself into a brand and the owner of a global billion-dollar business. And while Kylie was born with a silver spoon in her mouth, Kai Cenat earned his fame the old-fashioned way, all by himself. With over 5.5 million subscribers on YouTube, he is one of the platform's most explosive breakout stars. Today, he's worth over $8 million. But what was his life like before the fame? Born and raised in the Bronx, New York, Kai grew up in a low-income neighborhood with his mother and 3 siblings. They even had to move to a shelter at one point in...
I do not like the Bronx. I do not like the Bronx in New York. That has to be the... I'm scared of that place, mate. I'm scared of that place. No, I'm not scared of it, but that place creeps me out. It creeps me out, guys. The Bronx creeps me out.
To survive. There was no trust fund or celebrity parent backing his hustle, just grit, charisma, and consistency. He attended Frederick Douglass Academy, a school that catered to low-income families, and then he briefly went to Morrisville State College before dropping out to pursue content creation full-time. In 2023, he won Streamer of the Year at the Streamy Awards and broke records by hitting over 300,000 Twitch subscribers in a single month, an achievement no one had reached before. From being a kid in the Bronx, the most viewed streamer, Kai Cenat's journey isn't a product of privilege. He's proved that with creativity and hustle, you can rewrite your own story. James Charles also tried to achieve what Kai did, but his journey was made better by his loving family. Before he became a beauty icon with millions of followers, James was just a kid who enjoyed doing his own makeovers, and he grew up to be a happy, funny kid. He was always sensitive, according to his parents, and nobody thought that child would wind up building a successful platform for himself online. But what was he like before he entered the limelight? James was born on May 23, 1999, to Christy and Skip Dickinson. His parents lived a modest life, and his dad was just an independent contractor. Things got better for the family once they moved into their own house. His dad had an income of more than $100,000 per year, which was more than enough for a family of 4. The family had to move from Albany while James was in 2nd grade to a small town of around 35,000 people nearby called Bethlehem. School was never James' cup of tea, but he went to one of the best schools and worked hard regardless. He went to Bethlehem Central High School and graduated a year early despite disliking studying. Since he enjoyed a healthy childhood, he had the courage and support needed to pursue his passion.
Waking up and getting ready for school, not my cup of tea.
My social media journey when I was 11.
But now I just don't care.
I knew really early on that I didn't want to take a regular path. I wanted to do something positive to impact people's lives, and I knew that I wanted to do it with people watching.
Even though James had a life many would envy, Case was going through a living hell before he got lucky. Born in Dallas County, Arkansas, Case Dylan Baker grew up in a modest home. He used to play video games and basketball during his free time, but high school was rough since math was something he always struggled with. And unexpectedly, he wound up working for his dad after he graduated.
I worked with my dad, and we were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling under sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
Life after school was hell for Queso.
And then I'd get off work from doing that, load the trailer up on my truck and go cut grass till 9 at night, get home at dark every day.
And the trailer he lived in came with more than a few problems of its own. Queso never thought his life would amount to anything at that point.
Because I had, you know, my grass cutting on the side. You know, I'd go out, it'd be 100 degrees outside, just go cut grass for 4 hours after work, come home. And I'd still be broke somehow, don't get it. Yep.
Tired of the 9-to-5 grind he wanted no part of, he struggled hard to get the equipment he needed to start live streaming. For a while, he even gave up on his dream until one person went and changed his life.
Well, the reason that I gave it another shot again in general was because of my mom. She said, why don't you give streaming another try? Just upload some clips, you're funny, see what happens. Me growing up, like I'd be playing Call of Duty, she'd come and lay in my bed with me when I was a kid, watch me play Call of Duty for an hour before she went to sleep. You know, she always watched me, like playing baseball at every game. And my dad, you know, he was supportive too, but my dad's like the quiet type.
It took him a while, but after getting relentlessly bullied online, Queso built up a decent-sized following on TikTok, and even won the Creator of the Year award at the Game Awards a couple of years into his new online career. If you enjoyed this video...
Yeah, Queso was that one guy, that one kid that was super funny in school. And everyone just wanted him to come to school every day. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed that, please subscribe, like, and share, and yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh yeah, and guys, hold up, we can't wait before you leave. Are you guys middle class, upper class? It's gonna be a random question, but yeah. Let's say, I think not rich. I'll just say a little bit rich, bit of middle class. Yeah, I'd say middle class. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to like and share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.